This video was sponsored by PowerCircle Clothing and Headbusters Food Company in association with Cook Up Unlimited.
Cook up!
It's not a podcast.
Yo, Dennis here back with another episode of This Is Not a Podcast. Y'all already know what the lick read. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit that notification button. It's greatly appreciated. Today, well, you know, it's Turkey Day. For those of you that celebrate Turkey Day. For everybody else, it's get full and fat, watch the football game, go to take a nap, eat up some more, and go to the club later on that night day. With that being said, I'm gonna hit y'all with one of my fondest Thanksgiving memories. And today's episode will be about that. This is the 48th episode on the road to 50. We 2 episodes away. And before we go any further, make sure y'all go ahead, watch the videos to the end. At least try to, man. I mean, it helps the algorithm. Come on, man. Watch the videos to the end, man. But I got the sign ready for y'all. Y'all already know what's up. So anyway, one of my fondest Thanksgiving memories growing up, I would have to say going to my great grandmother's house. I celebrated Thanksgiving twice in one day. So basically, I would spend Thanksgiving with my mom, and then I would spend Thanksgiving with my pops. And just like any other day, you know, it would be 2 different things going on. So first, let me start off with my mom. So we would, like I said, we would go to my great grandmother's house. And my great grandmother's house, it was more of a potluck. Like all the family members would come out. She stayed in the senior citizen building in Robbins. We would all go to the cafeteria and we would have that for the family. So she would reserve it, and then we would all gather, and it would be everything you would want to eat there, from the desserts and all, even the stuff that I don't particularly care for, you know, such as anything like chitlins, ham, hocks, all that other stuff like that. You know, so, but at that time, man, it was everything you would want. You know, you see all your cousins, and back then, family was family back then. Like a lot of the elders were still here. The backbone was still here. Like everybody was still intact. The unity was definitely in full effect back then. And then on the flip side, Pop's side of the family, we would go to my granny house over there. Sometimes we'd switch it up and go to my aunt's. You know, rest in peace to my granny. She would, man, throw down. So it was like different styles of cooking, but both of them was, man, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I had my Aunt Anna come through with the curry chicken, but then, you know, my granny, she was a Southern cook. So you have every type of Southern dish flavored to perfection. And then she would have her famous German chocolate cakes, banana puddings, sweet potato pies. She even made something called egg pie. Have y'all ever heard of egg pie? That's when they take the egg. You know what I mean? I've never really been a fan of those type of things. It's actually, it ain't what you think. It don't taste how you think. You know what I mean? Cause like, who the hell would eat egg pie? In the South, people eat egg pie all the time. So, you know, they make do with what they have. If y'all never heard of egg pie, look it up. You might even want to give it a try just to see what it is. Am I gonna cook it? Hell, I ain't gonna cook it. But anyway, so just like every other Thanksgiving home, okay, on my mother's side, everybody was into sports. So, you know, it was a football game involved somewhere. You probably either watched before you went to grandma's, because you gonna eat at grandma's. Even if you ate at home, you gonna eat at grandma's, because everybody going to grandma's. So after that, watch the football game, take a nap, eat up some more. That's pretty much the routine. More traditional when you go outside with your homeboys from the neighborhood and go play some football. So all of that stuff I got a chance to do on my mother's side. On my daddy's side, on the other hand, this is where it gets lit. So had to eat a little light if you had to go twice. So later on that day, you go to granny crib. Everybody there, your aunts, uncles, cousins, the usual suspects. But then later on, my aunt would take us to the skating rink, or no, not even on a Thursday. No, she would either take us to, it usually be like a Thanksgiving type of party going on or something like that. See, back then, we used to go to these juke parties, and it was pretty safe back then, where, you know, you can actually go outside and have a good time. So, you know, we would go to these parties. Shout out to my brother DJ Spin. A lot of the DJs at that time, the DJ Clint's, DJ T-Rail, DJ Thaz. Shouts out to all of them. Shouts out to everybody, man. Like back then, they would provide the soundtracks, and they would play some of their original juke tracks. So some of y'all know some of them to this day. They still play these things. So you would go there, you have all the different dance groups, and they would come out and they'd get their rocks off. You know, all the girls would come, you know, so you wore your Thanksgiving best to the party. And then you go to the party, have a good time, dance with some girls, get a couple numbers. Might even come up for the next weekend, you know what I'm saying? And it'd be like schools from all over the city would all come to these big parties, because they would throw parties. It was like the club for teenagers, basically. Pre-teens, teenagers, and You know what I'm saying? Especially like for all the dancers. Because the dancers came in all ages. Sometimes you might even see some grown men in there. A little bizarre, you know, in the day and age of, you know, where we at today. But back then it was pretty harmless. It wasn't like nothing due to like pedophilia or anything like that, or some creeps. Like these ones, like, you know, some of these people grew up in the culture of like dancing and stuff like that. So they would come to the parties. Like even back when we would go to the skating rings on Saturday night, we used to have this dude. This is like totally off topic, but it was this dude by the name of we used to call him Hammer. Hammer was like an old head. He was like one of them dudes. He was probably like in his 40s. Like he was old enough to be. He was more like Unc. Like everybody look at him like that old uncle that just get out there dancing. You know what I mean? For whatever reason, he would show up on Saturday nights and go to the discotheque, put his steppers on and be out there dancing. Everybody footworking and doing all that. He doing the same two-step. It got to the point where it was so popular. Like everybody would see Hammer. Like everybody knew who Hammer was. So they'd get to Unc get to doing his dance. Everybody get to doing the dance with him. You know what I'm saying? And then that carried over once those kids got older and got grown, started going to clubs. Hammer was in the club. You know what I'm saying? Hammer like, oh, y'all go to the club now? I don't even think Hammer drink. Hammer just want to have a good time, man. Shouts out to Hammer, man. But anyway, those are, and then like back to the my mama side, you know, with the football and all that. You know, some of my best friends I still have to this day, man. They still keep the tradition alive and robbing. And shouts out to Worky G. That's my brother, man. Shouts out to my brother, and shouts out to Bud and all the whole crew, man. Shouts out to everybody that's keeping the turkey bowl alive. You know, we used to go to Elks, we used to go to Horseman, we'll go to Eisenhower football field. So like they would switch nowadays. I think they still go to Eisenhower football field. So every Thanksgiving, it's a football game involved. They older now, so you know they get them bones out there, get the crack. You know, I mean, ain't no telling, it's probably a horror show right now. I don't know. For those of us that didn't keep in shape. But anyway, this all in fun, man. And I'm saying all this is like some of my fondest memories, all in a nutshell. When I think about Thanksgiving, I think about those times. If you had to, my militant family, it was on my daddy's side, so we just really just got something to eat. And then my godmother, she was a Jehovah's Witness, so in their culture, they really don't, you know, consider Thanksgiving is like, you know, they got their beliefs on that. I don't want to really dive into that, but what they would do is they would cook a day before, or you know what I'm saying, and then come Thanksgiving Day, you know, it'd be leftovers and you just kick back, watch TV. It'd be like a regular day, but they cook a huge feast like the day before. So instead of like Thanksgiving Thursday, Thanksgiving Wednesday is going down, Jack. Over time, you know, eventually the kids protested and, you know, Thanksgiving Thursday, so it was 2 days, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the bigger part is, you know, is family, you know what I'm saying? Like some of us, you know, I got older and now I have my own family. I got my own wife and kids, and we got our own family traditions now. And normally, you know, in most households, because a lot of us, you know, we like to eat at our house and then we go jump house to house, get a plate here, get a plate there, kick it, find out where to kick back at because you full, you ready to get your drink on, whatever you do, you know what I'm saying? And that's what Thanksgiving is all about. Then you go to the club. You know, this is what, when you get grown, that's usually what happens. It's always after Thanksgiving jam, some type of theme at the club, or somebody having some sort of kickback. Nowadays, you know, it's a little different. So you got like a lot wide array of events, concerts, comedy shows, you name it. With all that said, man, the main part is taking all the politics out of it and all the negativity or whatever how you feel. The main importance of this particular occasion is just being thankful for what you have. And it's a lot of people that's out here in this world that don't have the simple things in life. Some people don't have legs to walk, food to eat, house, you know, food, shelter. You know the rest. These are the times where you just have to be thankful. Some people didn't make it to Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Some people didn't make it to live to see the end of this year. Those are the most important things. I think what I would say, either you carrying on tradition or making a tradition. Start new traditions. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have a family of your own. Try to create traditions in your own household, man. It could be real cool, like us, like back to us. Like most people, you know, have the turkey dress and the traditional big bird. We don't even really cook turkey. I don't think I ever cooked a turkey yet in my house. Like we don't even cook. We usually make a big feast for sure. Like we'll take elements of Thanksgiving. Like we got to have the dressing for sure. My wife throws down on the dressing. So she actually make dressing. It's funny, like we had this debate about how to make dressing, cornbread dressing to be exact, not the stovetop stuffing. We talking about cornbread dressing. For me, it's all about, it stems back to my grandmothers. Like both of my grandmothers, similar style of cooking, but different approach. You know what I'm saying? All the way down to how they season their food. So like my granny, my dad's side, she was more, she was more flavor. You know what I'm saying? If I can explain, it was more flavor. My grandmother on my mother's side was more of a savory, home style, down home cook. But if you want that southern Cajun everything, I'm talking Lowry's onion powder, like the whole kitchen sink with the flavors. My granny, that was her style of cooking, man. And might I add, to this day, she's honored. Still everybody in the hood misses her food. She has some of the best cuisine you ever want to eat. And I miss both of my grandmothers dearly. So when I think about those times, I think about them as women taught my aunts, my mother, of how to prepare meals of this magnitude, how to keep certain traditions going. And I definitely appreciate all the mothers and everybody that get in that kitchen and get out, especially us brothers, man. Like all the fathers, husbands, uncles that get on the grill in the cold, that go the extra mile making the cool dishes. Shouts out to that auntie that can't make potato salad and decided that all the potatoes are gone out the grocery store and you can't make potato salad, so you're forced to bring paper plates, cups, and juices and stuff like that, and you spared us on the potato salad or whatever super duper dish that you made that nobody won't eat but you, if you eat it. You know, shouts out to all those. Shouts out to all my cousins and everybody used to crack jokes and bring that camaraderie to the holidays. And go ahead, man, enjoy your family. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for your families. So with that being said, I'm going to end this, you know, in between those football commercials and in between or after the football commercial, go ahead and watch this. So thank y'all for those of you that made it to the end of this video. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification button. It's greatly appreciated. And don't forget, I mean, it's Thanksgiving, man. Y'all should have been beating that website down the door. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Go to www.powercircle.biz and get yourself some Headbusters Knockout all-purpose seasoning for just $10, free shipping and handling. Don't just buy one, buy. You already know what the liquor is. Y'all gonna catch on real quick. So anyway, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me to the end of the video. And as always, keep God first, stay sucker free, and by all means get to the money. Peace and love, stay healthy.